If I was a Disney princess, I know what song I'd be singing today. It's a whole new world. 1 week ago today, it was 5 degrees. Today, 65 degrees. So what's up, guys? It's Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and no, I'm not complaining about the weather. It is gorgeous. Today's like an amazing day. But we're gonna do something a little bit different in today's video. I got a real nice gut bucket here. So during the Christmas time, about a week around Christmas, Oklahoma has a holiday antlerless deer season. Basically, it's rifle season for does only. And I had a friend call yesterday and said, hey, my nephew's in town. He's from like Kansas City, never hunted, and wants to do a little hunting. And they had actually hunted, they'd already hunted one day and hadn't had any luck on another friend's property. And he said, hey, do you mind if we come out and harvest a doe? I said, come out and harvest about 6 does because we've got a lot. And part of good deer management is keeping that buck to doe ratio close, which we live next to a public hunting area, and there's a lot of does get taken on the public hunting area. But you guys have seen us hunt this very field multiple times this year and seen 15, 20 does in the field at once. So I said, sure, come on out and do a little hunting. Well, obviously, it didn't take too long. First evening, they harvested a really good looking little doe. Actually, she was like really gray looking. He thought it was an old doe. I just think it was a color phase that she was going through.
Is Ada open still? Yeah, I think so.
But anyways, I didn't film all of that. I did come over and help them load it up and take it back to the house, gut it for them, or well, help them gut it. And I've got a gut bucket full of fresh deer internal organs and blood and stuff. And we're gonna take a game camera and set it up and just dump it out and see what all comes in to eat a gut pile. I mean, gut piles are a little bit gross, I get it, it's not for everybody, but I'm gonna put it out late in the evening today. It's like almost 4 o'clock, and that'll keep the buzzards off of it today. We'll see what comes in tonight. I know there was a bobcat that came into this field. I got a picture of it the other day. There should be some coyotes, probably raccoons, possums, things will come in. I've done this before, and believe it or not, I had more deer come in and sniff the gut pile than anything. So a little bit gross, but most of it's going to be nighttime video clips and pictures and stuff, so it won't look too bloody, but we'll just see what comes in. I'll put this out here on the edge of this field, maybe right up in the edge of the timber a little bit, and put a game camera out and see what shows up. I'm gonna set this up fairly low to the ground just to be on the varmint's level. Probably more likely to get better pictures of smaller varmints if you're down on their eye level. And we'll set this to where it's on photo and video, and we'll see what we get. Well, it's the next day, and to say this happened quick would be an understatement. I'm gonna pull the card out of this trail camera and we'll take it back to the house and see if it recorded any cool video clips. But just based off the pictures that the camera was sending me, I'm mind blown at how fast that gut pile disappeared. The only thing left is a little bit of a bloody spot on the leaves and the stomach contents. A lot of uneaten corn, unchewed corn, and a lot of very bright green grass. So this deer's been feeding on my neighbor's wheat field a little bit, and probably my corn and all the rest of the neighbors. But I'm telling you, I dumped this out yesterday thinking it was late enough in the evening that the buzzards wouldn't have time to find it the first day. I knew by today they'd be on it. Boy, was I wrong. And within less than an hour, there was a hawk here. And then there were 2 hawks, and they were fighting. And then there were 3 hawks. And then the buzzards arrived. And once the buzzards arrived, it was all over but the crying. And I'm telling you what, they destroyed this gut pile in like 2 hours. So as you can see, the buzzards destroyed that gut pile. You could tell they were hungry. We have a very high population of buzzards or vultures or whatever you guys call them in your area. But the hawks, though, that was cool. There were so many pictures of those hawks. And I don't know, it's pretty cool to see. I love how nature works. You know, you think about it, that doe or any other animal that would have died, obviously they didn't have to tear through the hide and all that. It was just a gut pile, but they destroyed it in 2 hours. Completely cleaned up the mess, all but the stomach contents. That is crazy to me. But then later in the evening, there was a buck showed up. That usually happens every time I dump out a deer carcass, or the gut pile, or the bones, the rib cages and all that. Usually there's 2 or 3 bucks show up the first few hours and the first day to investigate, which they can smell the deer, but there was no hide, there were no scent glands or anything like that. It was just strictly stomach contents. But the buck come to investigate. No coyotes came in last night, no bobcats. I think there was 1 or 2 pictures of a possum or something, but mostly the hawks and the buzzards destroyed this in no time. It was crazy. Well, as you can see, no coyotes, no bobcats, you know, just the buzzards and the hawks. In that Tacticam didn't record any video clips until like last night. And I'm kind of disappointed. I really wanted to see what those hawks were doing. You know, the pictures are great, but I didn't get any video clips. And the reason is because the Tacticam cameras are controlled through the app, and when you go in and do the settings and switch it to video mode, it says it may take several hours to update the settings. My thoughts were, we'll put the gut pile out, probably nothing's going to show up for several hours, and most of the pictures we're going to get, videos we're going to get, we're going to be at nighttime on the first night. But I was wrong, because by the time it got dark, there was nothing left. But that's all right. We got a lot of cool pictures of those hawks. And I love doing stuff like that just to see what comes in. And I know a gut pile may be a little bit morbid, a little bit gross, but it's neat to see what comes in to eat those. And I've done that in the past with a deer carcass. And when we had a lot of pigs on our property, the pigs would come in and would eat basically every bone all the way down to the spine and the skull, and be gone within a day or 2. But luckily we don't have a pig problem right now. So anyways, let me know if that was something you guys enjoyed or are interested in. We'll find some other things we can do, trail camera videos, put some things out, see what comes in. You never know. It's always interesting to see what kind of wildlife you have on your property. And we are getting a lot of pictures of bobcats and coyotes on the other property at Mill Creek. But I've got one more thing. So, you know, Houston was after Limpy Gimpy all through rifle season, basically, and was unsuccessful. And I told you guys we may have one opportunity, one chance at getting him. Well, maybe we have one other chance that we could get him during archery season, but Houston's not really big enough to do much bow hunting yet unless we found a crossbow. Well, I just so happened to film for a hunting television show called Final Descent Outdoors, who is sponsored by PSE Bows. So I made a couple phone calls, and PSE sent Houston a brand new PSE Coalition Frontier crossbow. Look at this. So we're gonna do a little bit of hunting, do a little archery hunting, crossbow for Limpy Gimpy over the next several days. It's still Christmas break, and the kids are not in school right now. So we got a few days of archery hunting, and I have been getting some pictures of Limpy Gimpy back at the blind where we had our trespassers come in and take a shot at a deer in front of us. If you missed that video, I don't know how you would have missed it because it about broke the internet several weeks ago. And I don't have any updates on that. Those guys did get charges from the Federal Park Service and the state game wardens for hunting without a license. And I don't know if they actually ended up with trespassing, because they weren't trespassing on me. They were trespassing on my neighbor, hunting without permission, a lot of different stuff. But the deer have seemed to have calmed down after rifle season. And Limpy Gimpy's not coming in every day into this field, but he is pretty frequently. So I think Houston and I are going to do a little bow hunting this evening and see if he can get a shot at Limpy Gimpy with his brand new crossbow. We got him dialed into about, well, he was shooting about a 6 to 8 inch group at 40 yards the other day. So I doubt he'll be shooting Limpy at 40 yards. If we can get him to come into this field, we can get him a little closer, 20, 30, I think. So anyways, wish us luck. So guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.